Hello, my name is Galodia, and I want to present you my idea about international trade, a new concept. Um, so basically, trade deals aren't about trade anymore, um, and trade deals don't concern trade anymore, which are and like international trade is one of the biggest threats to climate protection. Meaning, international trade as we know it today, um, including multinational companies, franchising, outsourcing, you name it, um, is based on the general agreement of trade and tariffs. And this agreement is basically about reducing trade barriers, as well as tariffs, for example. And my idea is a concept of global economical efficiency with very less cross national dependency. Because back then, people thought that if different nations are dependent on each other, um, that means there is no war, which is obviously not true. And international trade, as we know it, cannot be aligned with local regulations in terms of environmental protection, for example. And this is due to the fact that, for example, many local regulations regarding environmental protection discriminate foreign market participants because they are not allowed to sell their product anymore because it doesn't meet those regulations and standards from that country that they want to make business in. For example, if some fishers from the UK have different rules than the EU now, for example, many fishers weren't allowed to sell their fish in Europe because they don't meet those standards because the UK isn't part of the EU anymore, which means that the WTO protects those foreign market entrants, by saying this is not in accordance with the thing that we know, or like the thing we call international trade, because it doesn't meet that standard that we know. However, as a consequence, as I already said, the WTO protected foreign market participants that told the nation that regulated in the first place that their regulations are not in accordance with international trade. So, to put it in a different way, countries will never meet their goal and thresholds in terms of environmental protection and pollutions, since regulations like local climate regulations cannot be aligned with international trade. So nothing will change for good unless cross-national dependency won't be reduced enormously. So I'm asking myself the question, do we really need globalization in the way we're currently practicing it? Wouldn't there be more peace? That's the thing I'm asking myself. So to come to a conclusion, I think it's way better if every country will focus on their core competencies and start producing more domestically in order to not be dependent on others, as for example Corona showed us. For example, Germany was very, very much dependent on Chinese pharmaceuticals, and Chinese couldn't deliver because they needed it for themselves, and then Germany had a problem. So this is my idea and concept that I wanted to share with you, and greetings from Germany, and have a good day. Bye.